Yes. Welcome to Gab and Jam, episode 113.
All right. What are we talking about today?
Our topic today is letting go will get you further. And that's for the DIY Rockstar.
Okay.
So, what do I mean by letting go?
What do you mean by that?
Okay, so traditionally, we have heard of people not wanting to share their work because they're afraid of their work getting stolen, copied by somebody, and someone goes on to make a major hit with their music or whatever their art is, right?
Right.
And what we have learned over the years is, first of all, for us doing the DIY Rockstar, building our empire, you need to share. Sharing is the number one principle.
Yeah.
That after you make the art, you need to share the art.
Right.
But there are a lot of people who are afraid that by letting people hear it, letting people use it, sharing other people's links. I mean, there are all kinds of ways of letting go. I guess being in collaboration with other people, like, oh, I don't want them to have my best work, so I'm just, I'm not gonna do,
Right, yeah.
And there are all kinds of reasons to let that go.
Yeah, so a long time ago, when we were shopping record deals, we went to, I remember going to an attorney, and one of the things I'd asked about was, so I want to make sure that, my songs that we're giving you, to shop, that they don't get stolen.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing he came back to me was he asked, well, what are you? I mean, are you an oil well or a Crisco can? And I was like, well, what exactly do you mean? He said, well, if you're a Crisco can, that means that, pretty much the songs that you are giving me,
Mm-hmm.
that's the bottom of the can. So this is all
That's
you
the
have.
best you can do.
And so, you got to hold on to it as hard as you can because you're
Right.
afraid somebody's going to steal it. So, however, if you're an oil well, there's a gusher. There's always more
something.
oil to come.
Yep.
So you don't worry about that. You
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and you shop the stuff and, and you just take that particular chance if somebody's going to try to steal it or whatever else. But again, you always got to think about it this way too. It's like, if somebody does, let's just say they do take your stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? And let's just say they make a hit out of it.
Mm-hmm.
If they've gotten to a point where they felt like your stuff was just so invaluable
Yeah.
that they had to steal it in the first place, if it's a hit, where do you think they're gonna go in order to replicate what they just did?
They gotta come back.
They're gonna have to
again.
come back to you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sort of like, it's like a drug deal. Okay, think about it that way. They give you that first hit of cocaine,
Yeah.
whatever it is, they give you that for free,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Why? Because they know you're going to go on a comeback.
Yeah.
They know you coming back,
Yeah.
right? And then when you come back and you want some more, it's like, oh,
Yeah,
okay,
you gotta
that's
pay.
going to cost you blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Right? And
Yeah,
then
they got a
pretty soon you
customer.
always
Right.
coming back. That's the way you create a customer.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing here. If someone is willing to do that, a record label, whatever,
Yeah.
because, we've seen so many different infringement suits that have come up,
Yep.
against so many different artists, from, like the Marvin Gaye estate bringing the one against Pharrell and, the thick guy about, the feel of a song. Not
Right.
even basically
Yeah.
taking a song, like taking the feel of a song, which is the most ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. But understanding that, you already know that majors and people who are sitting in those positions, meaning artists, are going to be hypersensitive to this kind of stuff anyway.
Yeah.
Because you bring a lawsuit and your songs sound relatively similar, even if they didn't steal it, if they had an opportunity to hear it, they're going to be in a situation where they're going to have to pay you.
Yeah.
They don't want to have to pay you. That's the last thing they want to do. So if they are going to put everything on the line and steal something like that,
Yeah.
they're coming back.
Yeah.
And they're absolutely coming back. So I would almost even say, even if you are a Crisco can, I think you even really need to let it go.
Yeah.
Because of the simple fact that, there's going to be more that opportunity for someone else to hear it, so
Yeah.
someone else to actually try to use it,
Yeah.
than what you would have had in the other place. And then
Yeah.
if you're one of these people and you are oil well, you got tons of it, then what the hell are you holding on to it for?
Yeah.
Why are you worried about that? that shouldn't be the best thing you've ever done.
No. So we've come up with a list, and you have started going down the trail. 5 reasons to let go of your music. Number 1, it helps you locate your tribe. How are you going to know who your fans are, or even people who would steal it?
Right.
Are if nobody hears it.
And plus, now in this particular age of the record business, people don't sell records anymore anyway.
Yeah.
This is all about streaming. It's all about this type of thing. So it's really about letting this stuff go, because the music is just going to give you an avenue for the various different platforms, whether it's performing live, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
You know, getting placements in movies, you know,
getting
in television
deals,
shows, whatever else.
Right.
You know, this is that's your opportunity to do that. So really, it's almost like, you know, the songs that you're getting out there for streaming is working as a big advertisement.
Yeah, that's true. It's almost like a card, like a business card.
It is.
But it's of your music.
Yeah.
And that leads us to point number 2. It helps people find you for opportunities. How are they going to know about you if you keep your music in your basement?
Right. I mean, what was that? Fantastic Negretto?
Yeah.
We found out about from watching HBO Sports.
Yeah.
You know, what was that?
Hard
Knocks.
Hard Knocks.
With the Oakland Raiders. Yeah, they are the Oakland Raiders. They're going to be the Las Vegas Raiders next.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the way that you do it. Then we found out this other song, Life's a Bitch, you know, by Radiant Children. I found out about that. I got it from a Spotify playlist, but the reason why it ended up on this playlist is because it was in an HBO series, Insecure. And so it had surfaced there, then it ended up on the playlist. And then I found out about it. So again, that's kind of the way things kind of circulate and percolate up. And then all of a sudden, now I found out about this group I didn't know about before.
Yeah. So adds to our new list of songs to listen to.
Right.
Also, number 3 for reasons to let go of your music and stop holding on so tightly is that it feels good to share your art with others. I don't care what anybody says, even if you're doing it for yourself.
Right.
There's something about the fact that you know you can connect with someone else.
Right.
We kind of talked about that last episode, but connecting with somebody else, even as a loner, it feels good to know that there are other people who connect with whatever your ideas are.
Music is a cultural experience.
It is.
And, you know, if we start thinking about the bedrocks of music that we think about, the hallmarks are like, you know, things like Woodstock, right? And if that's not the ultimate cultural experience, you know, what is it?
Yeah.
You know, the whole thing about when the Beatles landed and, you know, how everybody was going crazy. Or I like Motown. Motown was a cultural experience inside and out. You know, the fact that it radiated from out of Detroit, but also the whole way that Berry Gordy set things up.
Yeah.
It was just a cultural experience, you know, from the musicians to the writers, all of that the whole collaborative effort in order to make the music. And then once the music came out, it was what? The sound of one person sitting in their bedroom alone? No, it was the sound of young America. It's a cultural experience.
Yeah. So it feels good to let that out and connect with others. Number 4, the 4th reason why you should let go of your music and get it out and share it and distribute it is it builds confidence in your creative abilities. I know for us, I can look back over the years, and the more that we get things out now, not only does it help me see our growth in the songwriting, but it also has been building, I guess, the marketing and networking. I never thought I was going to be a person that was going to build networks, and now I'm finding that with Facebook groups and even with just some connections that we made on different social media platforms, that I'm actually having friends and that do similar things to us or that complement what we do.
Or sometimes too, you get an opportunity to get critiques on your music. Because sometimes you can get to a point where, you know, you can get blinded by certain things or have tunnel vision with respect to what you're hearing. And so sometimes just to allow somebody else to hear what you're doing, it makes a difference. It was like, I was watching Joe Gilder from Home Studio. And he was talking about, you know, how to kind of fix problems in your mix. And he was saying that one of the ways that you can instantaneously do it is that if you play your mix while having somebody else listen to it, and you're in the same room when they're listening to it, it's like all of a sudden all the bad things in your mix kind of stand out. And when he kind of said that, I thought about that, because sometimes that's how it was for me. It's like I play my mix for somebody, and then all of a sudden, you know, vocals that sounded in tune to me, I was like, I'm hearing it out of tune. And I wondered if that happened like with that one song we did a long
Yeah,
time ago.
Blue
You know,
Jeans.
yeah, when you did this song, then all of a sudden it's like you let somebody else hear it and you're listening
It's
to
like,
it and
it was
it's
just something weird
right.
about-
What happened?
that
You know,
was
how did I
scary.
not
Right.
hear that? But I think again, it's
Yeah.
part of that shared cultural experience that makes it happen.
And then, of course, to keep moving on, the fact that
Right.
that we've done so much, you know, we have to let go of the old songs in order to
Right.
move on.
Yeah.
That helped us too, you know, to know that if we have that blue jean effect,
Yeah.
that, you know, that we have to kind of watch out for it. So
Yeah.
that our skills got better. And then finally, that die empty philosophy, it helps you share your message. I don't care who you are and what type of art you create, there is some type of kernel of a message
Right.
in what you do.
Yeah.
And by sharing it with others, again, it helps
Yeah.
you empty out all the good stuff that's inside and helps
Yeah.
you create that legacy.
No, you're right. It's just the fact that you're saying anything.
Yeah.
Is a message.
The way you express it is
Yeah.
going to be
Yeah.
unique and it's going to share a little bit of you.
Right. It always will. So you're absolutely right. You know, that's true.
So those are our reasons to let go and share your music as often as possible. I know for us, again, if we're not tweeting 300 times a day, then we're not doing enough. What about you? Do you think that it is worth it to hold those one or two songs close to your vest, or do you think it will be to your benefit to get it out and share it with as many people as possible? We'd love to hear your side of it. So leave us a comment in the section below. What else?
What, South by Southwest?
Oh yeah, South by Southwest is coming up. Probably by the time you see this, we might actually already be there.
Yeah.
So look out for videos from that.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
I think that is it.
If you dig the vibe, be sure to.
Subscribe.
We're wishing you love, peace, and
Chicken grease.
yay.
Mm-hmm.